Hi there, this is the first in a series of tutorials looking at producing a CAD model of the suite dispenser. In this section of tutorials, we're producing the frame base, frame sides, frame, top, drawer, tray and stopper, and we learn modelling these using the extract and extrude subtract commands. And that's what our learning intentions are there. The top level there, we're looking to modelling all components accurately, so making sure we get all the dimensions right. Middle level there, we're getting most of the dimensions right there, and in the progressing past level 2, we're getting all components modelled apart from the tray with some dimensional errors there. So if we jump into the Inventor, I've already opened it up. You'll find it under, if you head up to your start, down to your start menu, you'll find it under Autodesk Inventor. Be careful not to open Inventor Viewer. When it opens up, it should look like this here. It may say start working or start learning. If you just click start working. What you want to do to get started is head up and click on this new kind of page icon here. And this is where to be really careful starting off. We need to make sure we're selecting metric there because we're going to be working in millimeters. By default, Inventor often comes set up in inches, which is not what you want to be working in. And it'll be tricky to follow the tutorial doing so. So metric on the left hand side there, and then standard millimeter part there, and we can click create. And we're going to click, so now we're in a kind of model space here, so we've got our 3D area here, we've got toolbar up here, and you can see we're under the 3D model toolbar at the moment, and there's different tabs up here as well, so you've got sketch, annotate as well, and in the left here we've got what we call the model tree, so it's got a part, and you'll see as we add parts to it, that fills out. So we're going to go start 2D sketch there. And then what pops up in front of us are what we call our working planes. And these are essentially, if you imagine, sheets of paper hanging in midair, and we can decide to draw on one of these. So I'm going to click on that one, which is kind of nice and flat. And we've got, we're now into our sketch environment. And you can see up here, it's jumped to the sketch kind of set of tools. So the tools up here are changed automatically. There's also got a button finish sketch. So we're going to start by sketching out a rectangle. So I'm going to hit that drop down arrow there. I'm going to go 2-point rectangle there. I'm going to hover over the middle there. And if you notice, if I hover over the middle, it goes green. And that's because it's locking itself to that center point. Okay. So that's why I would suggest starting. So as it goes in the middle, really careful while we click, and we're clicking there. And we can then drag that out. And we can just click there to position it. We're then just going to press the escape button on your keyboard to get rid of that tool. And we can head up and grab the dimension tool. Click the dimension tool, we can click on that front line, and then we can click down below again to position that dimension, and we can type in a dimension of 90 there, and you think, oh, whoa, what's happened to it there? Basically, the box you've drawn is bigger than the area we're looking at there, so you can zoom out, and you can see it there, but you can also, if needs be, you've got this button over here, zoom window, and you can go zoom all, and it will zoom to what you've selected there. Again, just press escape to get rid of that. So make sure again you've got dimension tool selected on this side one here. We're going to click on the line, then we're going to click to position it over the right here, and we're going to type in 80 there. So we've now got a box which is 90 by 80, and we can click finish sketch. We're now going to extrude this, and we're going to extrude that there by 20 millimeters. And we can click OK there. So now we've kind of got a block of wood, or it's a block at the moment, and that's going to be our base of our suite dispenser. So it would be nice to add some detail to it though. So we can go up here to default, and you should have a whole selection of kind of appearances. I'm going to go down and I'm going to go for yellow pine. There we are there. And it looks a bit rough at the moment, but when we come to render that, and we'll talk about that later on, it will improve the look of it there. So that's our block produced. At this point here, we can go up to File, go Save As, and then you can decide where you're going to save it. I would recommend saving it in your S2 folder, in a folder called Suite Dispenser, and I've got a folder called CAD in there. I'm going to call that Frame base. I'm just going to save that there. And that's that part saved. You'll notice down here you can get different tabs pop up. So we've got you can leave that open, and you can always go back to view it again as well. So I'm going to finish up the tutorial there. In the next tutorial there, we'll show you how to create the sides and the top of the frame.